He's making his major league debut today for Seattle. He won a national championship at LSU. Anderson dominant in Double-A, 10-1 with a 1.06 ERA in 18 starts. Cubs will start play 6.5 games behind first place Milwaukee in the National League Central as the Brewers knocked off the Braves 4-1 today. Jake Bauers with a 2-run home run. It's time for baseball in Seattle. Cubs, Mariners, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Dancy Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago sports fans, it's Ron Coomer. Summer baseball is in full swing, and it's the perfect time to enjoy your outdoor space. TimberTech decking is engineered with advanced innovation and resilient design to stand up to sun, rain, and years of gathering. You get the beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Come see what's happening in Greater Des Moines, where every weekend feels like an event. The nationally ranked Downtown Farmers Market, the iconic Iowa State Fair, the award-winning Des Moines Arts Festival, and Hinterland, one of the Midwest's can't-miss music festivals. Add in an iCubs game, a tenderloin as big as home plate, and a few surprises along the way, and suddenly your trip is whatever you want it to be. Des Moines, it's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer here. This Cubs season, listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score.
It's got a chance! Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a long home run.
Imagine listening to all the action on FM. Cubs baseball has never sounded this good. Listen to every game on your home of the Cubs. 104.3 The Score.
Presented by the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fee.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
And now, Odyssey and 104.3 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Three-run homer, Ian Happ. Nico drives one in the air. Deep left field, it's got a chance. Gone.
He looks up. Cubs walk it off. Pete Crow Armstrong ends the game the way he started it, with a home run to right.
Yeah, this is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Biddy's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, Laturo Tire, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. It's time for Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the Seattle Mariners. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cubs All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Big crowd on hand. You can probably tell that already. Cub fans are here in big numbers. We had a sellout last night, and everyone excited about the Major League debut of left-handed pitcher Cade Anderson starting for Seattle here today. He'll be opposed by Cub left-hander David Peterson. It's a beautiful summer afternoon in the Pacific Northwest. Temperature 75 degrees, blue skies overhead. Perfect day for a game. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups as the Cubs try to even up the series, losing a very tough extra inning game last night, 6-5. The starting lineups today are brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Leading off for the Cubs today, the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Seiya Suzuki, the designated hitter, batting second. Alex Bregman batting third and playing third. Michael Bush at first base. Nico Horner in the number 5 spot. Horner at shortstop. The right fielder is Tyrone Taylor. Pedro Ramirez batting 7th and playing second base. Kevin Alcantara starting in left field and batting 9th and catching Miguel Amaya. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Mariners. Brendan Donovan leading off at third base. Randy Arozarena in left field. Dominic Canzone, the right fielder. Batting fourth, Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez in center field. Josh Naylor at first. Taylor Ward is the designated hitter. The Mariners catcher is Cal Raleigh. Cole Young batting 8th and playing second base. And Leo Rivas is batting 9th and playing shortstop. We are just about set to go. 75 delightful degrees here in Seattle. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Back to get it underway, the Cubs and the Mariners. Right after this, you are listening to The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Whoa, boss, how did that happen?
Mind your business.
I mean, how did a forklift make a shish kebab out of our company truck?
I said, mind your business, Billy. It's why we have auto owners. We work with an independent agent to customize our policies. So when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered. Because unlike you, minding our business is their business.
Oh, that's simple human sense.
Ask Reardon Insurance Group in Norwood Park if auto owners make sense for you.
It's game time, and that makes it the perfect time for a Yingling flight. Just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor. Flight's the next generation of light beer, the oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer. Patrick, Cubs need to get back into winning ways after a tough loss in extra innings last night, and they're going to face one of the very highly touted young star pitchers in, future star. The Mariners are hoping, in Anderson. But what an atmosphere we had last night with 46,000 people here in Seattle. So what a fun atmosphere. We're going to have another one again tonight.
It was back and forth last night. Cubs lost a tough 6-5 decision. Let's see if they can even things up today here, Ron. Mariners are on the field. Cade Anderson making his final few warm-up tosses. Cubs wearing their traveling uniforms. Dark blue shirts, gray trousers, red numbers on their backs. Seattle in their home whites, white shirts and pants. Navy blue caps and numbers. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. The leadoff hitter is brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot, and it's Pete Crow Armstrong. If Pete gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Pete Crow Armstrong leads it off. Here's the first pitch by Cade Anderson, and it's popped in the air. The shortstop, Rivas, right near second, is calling and squeezing, and it's out number 1.
Pete took a big rip at that first fastball. He was trying to ruin his debut and hit one out of here in the first pitch. He just missed it on a mile in the air.
Zach Zabman just handed me a note. There's a late scratch. Brendan Donovan, the third baseman, is out. And it says Weston Wilson at third base. So scratch Donovan from the leadoff spot. Wilson will be in the leadoff position. 77 delightful degrees here in Seattle. Seiya Suzuki will wait and foul it away. Ron Cade Anderson, big, tall left-hander, 6'2", 180. 22 years old, has to have some butterflies in his system.
Boy,
today.
there's no doubt. He's, first big league start, after a very good career at LSU and great year in Double-A this year.
There is a strike.
It's a 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, everything over the top. Fastball, and it's firm, mid-90s, low to mid-90s, and but he can touch the mid-90s. Fastball, curveball, changeup, slider.
This pitch is down low for a ball.
The one thing that I noticed that he does for a young pitcher is he pitches inside to the right-handed hitter. That is a good sign.
Former college star at LSU delivers. This ball is popped in the air. Foul. Over near the stands is Naylor. Does he have a play? No. That ball actually was catchable. There's quite a bit of room of foul territory in this ballpark, more than the average. And between the bases and the dugouts on either side, Ron, you've got about 70 feet of space.
Yep. It's everything in this park, I would say, is set up for the pitcher. And today, here in another 20 minutes or so, it's really going to be a pitcher's atmosphere because the shadows are going to be a problem. As it's the shadows are engulfing the home plate area.
2-2 to Sega. Line down the right field line. Long run, Canzone makes the catch. Soft line drive the other way. Canzone angling over, made a running catch near the line. And Suzuki is out, number 2. And the batter is Alex Bregman. I believe Zach Zaidman has handed us a new lineup for Seattle.
It's good timing.
I've seen better.
Yeah.
Here is Alex Bregman taking high for a ball. And it would appear that almost every single guy is different from the original lineup. So one of the joys of being a play-by-play man. Here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way to Bregman. It's taken high. Alex put on a good show last night with a pair of home runs, hiking his total to 18 for the year. It's his third multi-homer in a Cub uniform, multi-homer game. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Did you have any theories about facing a kid you were seeing for the very first time and he happened to be a very top prospect?
Yeah, I would want to know and try to do the best to see what his velocity was and what his fastball did and what his out pitch was. And for Anderson, he's got a couple of them, no doubt. But I would take pitches early in my first at bat or so.
This ball is popped up foul over near the Mariner first base dugout and out of play.
Because my reasoning being, Pat, is I would want to make sure he's throwing strikes. When you're in first big league start, the adrenaline rush of taking the mound is massive. And it's tough to get that under control. So, but he has done a good job. The Cubs have come out swinging against him, that's for sure.
No score, just underway. 2 down, bases empty. Here's a drive down the left field line, curling and going foul. It did not have home run distance. Both of Bregman's homers last night went to left. One was right down the line in the first inning. The second one was a game-tying homer in the top of the 9th inning. It's a straightaway left. The 2-2. Hit foul off to the right, out of play.
First inning, powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
I'm almost laughing looking at this new lineup they have handed me. The 2-2 pitch chopped slowly toward third and foul. Giving it a quick glance, Ron, it looks like the only player who's in the same spot that I wrote down about 2 hours ago would be the number 9 hitter, Leo Rivas, the shortstop.
Oh, well, that'll make your book look really good when it's done.
Or not. The other 8 are all different. We're live.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for Cade Anderson in his big league debut. After a half, Cubs nothing, and the Mariners coming up on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Ooh, yeah!
That couldn't have been
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. AKA, you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time. Since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yuengling. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling traditional lager because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs radio network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Now Peterson taking the mound after a big ovation for Anderson. He went 1-2-3, the top prospect for Seattle. He'll face Arozarena, who will start this inning. Feel like the Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like the Bosch. I like in this game with Peterson, Patrick, I really think Peterson's going to get a lot of ground balls, and he's going to make a very big impact on this lineup today. And Cubs are going to win a ball game. That is my prediction today.
Deep fly ball to left center off the bat of Arozarena, and it's a home run. Randy Arozarena hits the first pitch for a home run, and Seattle leading 1-0.
Still a lot of baseball left. Hold on, folks. Yep.
Arozarena with his 18th of the year, and Seattle off to a 1-0 lead. Big crowd on hand. We had a gigantic audience last night, 46,000 plus. May not have quite that many today, but it's up there. And now Dominic Canzone swings and misses. Canzone, left-handed batting right fielder. Pitch by Peterson, tapped slowly up along first. Peterson will glove it and shovel it nicely to Bush. Very good play by the Cub pitcher. Ran over and showed great athletic ability, Ron, to avoid running into the base runner. He kind of went to the line and then ran toward first and shoveled the ball, never touched it with his bare hand.
Yeah, that's big-time play. Those are plays you don't teach. That's somebody that's done that on his own, playing flips when he was a kid, playing maybe first base as a lefty as a kid, and Peterson with a great play to get the first out of the inning.
1-0 Seattle, bottom of the first for Julio Rodriguez. Julio takes inside for a ball.
See, that was that ground ball I was talking about.
Yes, sir.
Pitched a little late,
yeah,
but, my bad.
Better late than never, Ron. You've always said that. 1-0 on Rodriguez. There's a strike. Now the count 1-1. Rodriguez 1 for 5 in the series opener. The shadows are going to be a factor early in the game. Right now the plate is in the shade, but 95% of the field is in bright sunshine. The left field corner is shaded. All of foul territory on the third base side is in the shade. Here's the 1-2 popped up foul. But soon, Ron, that shadow line will move out toward the mound. And when it gets to be about halfway between the mound and the plate, that becomes an issue.
It's going to be a real problem here coming up. There is no doubt about that. And it's going to be tough to hit breaking pitches and off-speed pitches here in another, 10 minutes or so.
We just received a brand new lineup card from the media relations people for Seattle.
It's a good time for it in the bottom of the first.
I'll be darned. This says, here is the lineup for tomorrow's game.
Yeah. I
didn't expect that.
Double dipping this today and tomorrow. Okay.
3-2 on Julio
How's your book
Rodriguez.
looking right about now?
Not good. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. A run in on the home run by Arozarena. Last night it was Pete Crow Armstrong who led off the game with a home run for the Cubs. And here's Josh Naylor. Naylor, a .268 hitter, left-handed batter. Naylor will take ball 1. Seattle with a walk-off win in last night's game. Their 10th of the year. Fastball strike, good pitch. The Cubs have the most walk-off wins of any big league team this year, 13. At Wrigley Field, the Cubs have walked off a win. Here's the 1-1. There's the strike. 1-2 to Naylor.
Back-to-back sinkers to Naylor. Great pitches, hit the bottom of the zone. 92 miles an hour. Speed gun powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Naylor takes just outside. In fact, it is a strike. A delayed call by Ryan Blakeney, and that's strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for David Peterson. We've played 1. The Mariners lead 1-0 on the home run by Randy Arozarena. And the second inning is right around the corner on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Our patient Mike had blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress. Using a minimally invasive procedure pioneered by our team, we were able to clear them.
Top 10 in the nation for heart and vascular surgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital used tiny balloons to widen the vessels in his lungs, the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have helped him breathe freely again.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen. And oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, and the lowest prices every day on top brands like Electrolux, Frigidaire, and more. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Top 2 in Seattle. It's the Mariners on top of the Cubs, 1-0. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Huh?
Zach, any other lineup changes?
I hope not.
Speaking of hitting every time, there you go.
Michael Busch will lead off this second inning. Nico Horner to follow, and then Tyrone Taylor. Lefty to lefty, swing and a miss.
I can promise you one thing, partner. This scorecard is not going to the Hall of Fame.
I think it will end up in the round bin. Yeah. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Michael Busch. He chops one foul toward first.
You and I have actual score books that, you have lots of games in them. And, your book's going to have at the end of the year. Did the Cubs only play? Did they play one game short? Nope. It was just a 2-game series against Seattle, as far as the book says.
0-2 on the left-handed batting Michael Busch. Check swing on a breaking ball. No swing. It is a swing. And the catcher, Raleigh, picks up the ball and throws to first. Kind of a delayed call. The home plate umpire, Blakeney, had to appeal down to Brennan Miller, the third base umpire, and then Miller said, yes, he did swing, and then the throw took place, and the out was recorded at first. So it's a strikeout, and the putout goes 2-3. One away in the second inning. Nico Horner, the batter.
Yeah, we never did get a side angle to see if Bushy swung. No argument from Michael, but that is nothing unusual. Shadows now, Patrick, are going to be tough. It's halfway to the pitcher's mound. It's going to be very tough to pick up breaking pitches.
Yeah, that ball comes out of the sunshine, and on the last fraction of a second, it dips into the shade. And you've mentioned, and I've heard from a lot of other people, it's when it's about halfway between the mound and the plate that it's the most difficult. Here's a swing and a fly ball to center. Should be playable for Rodriguez. And that's out number 2. Horner is retired, and the batter is Tyrone Taylor. Would you notice a guy would work differently when he knew he had the light shadow advantage?
No doubt. And I think you want to get on the attack more, and if you could throw breaking stuff, or especially like the straight change off your fastball, it's just tough to pick that up.
First pitch to Tyrone Taylor is a strike. Tyrone did not play in the series opener. The left-hander Cade Anderson brings it, and that's outside.
Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Rodriguez playing straight away. Everybody fairly deep. The ball's going to carry. It did last night. It's going to today because of the warm weather.
Anderson pitched at LSU. He was part of a national championship team in 2025. In fact, he was named the College World Series Most Outstanding Player in 2025, helping the LSU Tigers to win their 8th national title. They've been a real powerhouse in college baseball for years.
Yeah, they really have.
Anderson, born in the small town of Slidell, Louisiana. Here's a pitch inside, and Tyrone Taylor will draw the walk and become the Cubs' first base runner of the game.
Anderson tries a little dart fastball inside. It's pretty straight. When he throws inside to the righties, the fastball's got a lot on it. It's a four-seamer and missed the corner inside.
Pedro Ramirez, the batter, batting right-handed, and he'll take inside for a ball. Pedro, nothing for 4 last night. He's really played well, Ron, in part-time duty, and that's hard for any player, especially a young guy who's accustomed to playing every single day. He swings and misses. He got fooled on a breaking ball, 1-1.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You're in the minor leagues. You're one of the top players on the team. Then you come to Chicago, and you're getting 3, 4, 5 days in between games played.
Swing and a miss. Breaking ball fooled him. 2-2.
See, those last 2 breaking balls, Ramirez would check swings. You see the ball in the sun, and then it goes into the shadow. You just can't follow the break of the ball. Tough to see.
I would imagine he'll see another breaking ball right now. How about you?
Absolutely.
Short lead at first by Tyrone Taylor. Cubs trail 1-0 second inning. There's a fastball high. He showed him the hard one. It's now 2-2. Anderson went to high school in Covington, Louisiana. First round pick, 3rd overall by the Mariners in the 25 draft. Here's a swing and a smash foul off to the right, out of play. Seattle hoping that a guy like Cade Anderson can lead them into glory. They've never played in a World Series, and this has been a franchise since 1977. Fastball is inside, The Mariners are going to challenge that call.
Catcher sound didn't call
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. See where this one's at.
And it was a good call by Blakey inside, so the Mariners lose one of their challenges. Full count, traveling time for the runner Taylor at first. 1-0 Seattle. Second inning. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's that breaking ball, and the sun and shadows playing havoc with the Cub hitters, at least for the time being. Cubs don't score, leave 1, middle of inning number 2. Mariners 1, Cubs nothing on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests and more on your way home 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal. We got a big deal too, right, Mom? Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Santa Fe. Or get up to $3,000 total savings on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. Offers end September 8th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Don't miss the Toast of the Game presented by Benny's Beverage Depot when we celebrate the game's greatest moments and players. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Welcome to Old National Bank. Is that a suit of bubble wrap?
Hi. Yeah, I'm all about protecting myself and my finances. I understand Old National takes protection seriously.
You bet. We protect you with advanced fraud monitoring and secure digital banking to protect you today, and dedicated personal bankers to protect your tomorrow.
I'm impressed.
So bubble wrap, huh?
Yeah, came with my couch.
Financial protection for today and tomorrow. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old. Member FDIC.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
On Tuesday, September 1st, to celebrate Armed Forces Appreciation. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs hoodie and challenge coin presented by Toyota. Don't miss out on this offer. Pat?
All right, Zach, we go to the bottom of inning number 2. 1-0 Mariners. A home run by Randy Arozarena is the difference so far. David Peterson working on Taylor Ward. Ward takes a strike. He's the DH for the Mariners today. And the pitch. Lifted foul off to the right and out of play. And Ron, we talked about that shadow line. Right now it's at about the worst possible place, I would think, for a hitter. About halfway between the mound and the plate.
Yeah, ball's coming out of the sun and right into the shadow. Tough to pick up movement on any pitch.
Would you shorten your swing a little bit in these spots?
Yeah, you really got to make sure you don't get much movement with your head. As soon as your head starts moving, you're done.
Swinging a foul back, still 1-2.
You know, having a very, still head when you hit is important, but in a situation like this, it's vital, or else you're just not going to pick up the ball.
Is a chopper foul. That ball dribbles over toward the Cubs' third base dugout area. Lots of Cub fans here. You could tell that last night whenever the Cubs would hit a home run or make a nice defensive play. At least 50% of the fans are Cub fans. And the 1-2. Fastball is up and away. Just reading about the Mariners and the fact that they've never been in a World Series. Boy, did they come close last autumn. Here's a drive foul out of play. Probably a lot of baseball fans forget that Toronto, the team that eventually made it into the World Series before losing to the Dodgers, Toronto played Seattle in the American League Championship Series. Fastball is high. And what I had forgotten, Ron, the first 2 games were in Toronto, and Seattle won both of those games.
How about that?
So they're up 2-0. They come home for 3 games with a chance to go to their first ever World Series. They lose the first 2 home games, so now all of a sudden it's 2-2. Seattle did win Game 5, but then they lost the final 2 in Toronto. Another heartbreak for them. Here's a high fly ball to center. Playable for PCA. Drifting toward right center, makes the catch. I like the way Pete held up the glove to use it as a block for the sun, and just kind of drifting all under control. And it was no problem at all. 1 down.
Yeah, you wonder if there's going to be a ball hit here in the next half hour or so that is going to be in the sun. It looks like that center field area is the problem area. I love that Suzuki ran all the way over to center just in case Pete was having an issue with that ball.
Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Hit on the ground, past a diving Bregman. Base set for Cal Raleigh. The big catcher had a big 3-run home run in last night's game. And he singled sharply to left with 1 away here in the second. 1-0, Seattle leading, and the batter is Cole Young.
Alan, talking with the people from Seattle yesterday before the game, they were talking about Raleigh coming out of the World Baseball Classic, not having many at-bats, and then being hurt right away in the season this year. That pitch misses wide. He had that oblique thing and tried to play through it, and that didn't work out at all. And then it continued to bother him. Then he heard something else, and he has never been able to get on track. It looks like right now his swing is much better.
High pop fly off the bat of Cole Young, playable. Right side for the second baseman, Ramirez, over near the first base line, making the catch. And that's out number 2. Seattle on top 1-0, and the batter now is Weston Wilson. Weston is the guy that was added to their original lineup.
Couldn't have just put him in a leadoff spot, though, could they?
That's way too simple, Ron. This is no time for logic. Here's a pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. See, it's my fault. I write in pen.
Yeah, me too.
I put the Cubs in blue ink, the visiting team in red ink, flare pens in case anyone's interested.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt that they are. Here's a pitch inside the count 1-1.
Very descriptive.
But you kind of get into a rhythm of having that. And then in the first inning, once the game is already underway, oh, by the way, gang, we've got to change. Here comes the 1-1. A swing and a miss.
The Mariners just announced that the reason Donovan was a late scratch, he was hit in the head in batting practice, and he's being evaluated as we speak. So that's why it was such a late announcement by Seattle.
Well, that does sound like a fairly serious thing, so we hope he's not hurt badly. Weston Wilson waiting for the 1-2 from David Peterson. And it's a little dribbler back toward the mound. The throw will go to first, and that will end the inning. No runs on a hit, a man left. We go to inning number 3. It's the Mariners 1 and the Cubs nothing on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Rev up the rewards at the pump with Club Sitco. Find exclusive ways to win big, from sweepstakes to daily deals. Download the Club Sitco app. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This summer, making memories in a Volvo SUV is easier than ever. Now, for a limited time, get savings on Volvo SUVs during the Summer Safely sales event, built with advanced safety features, so you can focus on the road ahead. Find your Volvo today. The Summer Safely sales event is on now. Visit volvocars.com/US to save.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Kevin Alcantara is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach, let's see if the Cubs can rally here in inning number 3.
Now, you told us a good joke in between innings. That was funny.
Well, there's some you can't really share with our audience. Unless you don't mind it being your final broadcast of your career.
Do not do that, Pat. Please. We love you.
We go to the top of inning number 3 here in Seattle. Now, Ron Santo is a native of Seattle, and I always think a lot about him when we come back here. And invariably, it leads to some laughter.
Yes, it does.
0-1 on Kevin Alcantara. And the pitch on the way. And it's in there for a called strike.
A little backdoor slider hit the outside corner. And this was the thing about Anderson that we read about, saw in Double A, and you wondered if he was going to be able to do that here. And that is throw all his pitches for strikes and move the ball around the strike zone with different pitches. And he's been able to do that so far.
Alcantara getting a chance to start today. Big day for him. Swings and misses. That might be the best fastball we've seen from Cade Anderson, Ron. That had some giddy up on it.
Yeah, that was 95 miles an hour up and away. That one has a little bit of movement, but good carry, and Alcantara swings through it.
One away, third inning. And the batter, Miguel Amaya, he'll take low and inside from the left-hander Cade Anderson in his big league debut. He's one of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball, not just Seattle. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Amaya drives one in the air to left. Pretty well hit. Back goes Arozarena near the wall at the fence, looking up. A leaping catch by Arozarena. He took a home run away from Miguel Amaya.
Wow. That ball's over the left field wall, and he goes up. He gets to the wall early, goes over the wall, and pulls that ball back. I remember plays like that years ago for this Mariners team, and his name was Ken Griffey Jr. That's what it looked like.
Wow. The wall is about 9 feet high, so any big leaguer with any jumping ability can easily jump up and reach up above the barrier. And he stole a home run from Miguel Amaya. What a play. 2 down, and here's Pete Crow Armstrong. Crowd still buzzing after that play by Randy Arozarena. PCA will take inside for a ball, 2-0.
Third inning brought to you by Consumers Credit Union, the people who stand in your corner wherever you go.
Now the 2-0. Pulled on the ground a second, scooped up by Young. Throw to first in time. Cubs go 1-2-3. Arozarena gets another standing ovation as he runs in from left field. We're in the middle of the third inning. It's the Mariners 1 and the Cubs nothing on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
A tradition of excellence over 150 years in the making. At Busey Bank, we're committed to building relationships that span generations. Wherever your journey in life leads you, we are with you along the way, creating a legacy for you and your family. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Pat Hughes here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. It's time to try North Shore. And don't settle for anything less than the MVP of adult diapers at NorthShore.com. North Shore's team of experts will send out samples that can be trusted to last, no matter what. Get back in the game with North Shore Adult Diapers at NorthShore.com.
With a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end-of-summer scaries into end-of-summer woes. Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Ready to buy your dream car? Look to Consumers Credit Union for competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bottom three, Mariners leading the Cubs 1-0 here in Seattle. Roof open, mostly sunny, 75 degrees. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Matt?
Zach, the uniform descriptions we gave you, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Ryan Blakeney calling balls and strikes as the home plate umpire. Left-hander David Peterson goes to his motion and fires down low to Leo Rivas. As the bottom of the third inning gets underway, 1-0 Mariners lead. Here's a swing and a miss. The other umpires, Ben May at first, Chris Conroy at second, and Brennan Miller over at third. The announcement of the umpire, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Here comes the 1-1. Inside, we're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game as we move along. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. 46,000 were here last night. We're going to be close to that figure again today. I'll say 44,544. 44544. Here's the 3-1. Bouncing ball to second base, scooped up by Ramirez. He'll throw to first in time, and that's out number one.
Okay. I will say 43,000.
I'm going to say 45,000, guys.
Rosarena, the batter, homered and made a great defensive play, so he's been the star of the early chapters of today's story. And he takes a pitch inside for ball one. Here's the 1-0, and it's inside for a ball. One of the great things, Ron, about being a big league baseball announcer is some of the plays and some of the drama and the unforgettable moments that you see. Mm-hmm. I was thinking of a play I saw in this city in the old ballpark, the Kingdome in Seattle.
Yeah.
And it involved two of the best athletes that I've ever seen in the game, Ken Griffey Jr. and Robin Yount.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Of Milwaukee. And I just wanted to share that one because it is such an unforgettable play. One of the best plays, that I've ever seen.
Right.
Robin was batting. The Kingdome had an artificial turf, so it was very bouncy. There's a ball hit foul. And Robin hits this deep drive into right center. Griffey could not catch it. It short hopped the wall and bounced about 15 feet high in the air. Griffey is waiting for the ball to come down. By the time it hits the wall, Robin is rounding first. He sees this kangaroo bounce. Here is ball 4 to Arozarena. And he's at first with one away. 1-0 Seattle leading. So Griffey is waiting for this ball to come down. Mm-hmm. Robin turns on the Jets. He's between first and second. He's thinking 3 bases, clearly.
Right.
Griffey kind of glances at him and then gets his feet in order. He catches the ball and throws all the way on the fly from the warning track in right center all the way to third base. An absolute strike about knee-high to either Edgar Martinez or Mike Blowers. I can't remember who was playing third, but it was a 350-foot throw.
How about that?
And, I mean, a strike. Robin dove in headfirst out on a bang-bang play. Wow. And the crowd they were stunned at what they had just seen. And this is probably 1991 or 1992. Yeah. It's still vivid in my mind as just an incredible baseball play.
How about that? The one thing when you watch Griffey play, and I played against him from the time I was drafted till the time my career ended, he could do things on a baseball field that you really didn't see other people do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, he had a great swing. The arm was incredible. Getting the ball in the outfield. How many plays did they show of highlights of him going over a wall and pulling balls back, home runs? Incredible player. Really nice guy, too. Junior and I have known him a long time.
But the other guy involved in the play, Robin Yount, also a fantastic athlete. And just watching him with those long strides, chewing up the distance between bases. And I knew he was going to try for 3. He was an aggressive player. And, you know, Griffey's the only guy in the world that could have thrown him out, which he did. But Robin with a dramatic head-first slide into third and a close play, and really just a stunning baseball play.
Yeah. I bet you there was nobody more shocked in the ballpark than Robin.
Probably.
You know?
2-2, lefty to lefty. Dominic Canzone fouls it away off to the left out of play.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Now, I know you had one of your very special big league moments at the Kingdome in Seattle.
I did, yeah.
Here comes the 2-2 from Peterson. Canzone swings and misses, strike 3. Before Rodriguez steps in, we pause 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. We are 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR-FM and HD1 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
With Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes in Seattle, Zach Zaidman working alongside. Floyd Glazer is our engineer at the controls. We all thank you for joining us. It's 1-0 Seattle. Bottom of the third with 2 down. Arozarena now taking his biggest lead. He might be moving here. He's not running. And the pitch swung on and missed by Julio Rodriguez. Thanks to Floyd Glazer for delivering some refreshments.
What might those be for you, partner?
It's a singular refreshment. Pick-off throw to first, not in time. Arozarena almost got picked off. But I think Floyd Glazer, our engineer, he delivered a hot dog.
Oh, wow.
It was not requested, so it certainly will not be paid for.
Oh, there's a comment to be made there, but I'm gonna take a pass on that one.
Yeah. The stretch for the 0-2. Floyd, did you go out and pay for this? I'll get your answer later, like maybe tomorrow. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rodriguez is out number 3. We go to inning number 4, 1-0 Mariners over the Cubs on The Score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
There is a ton of opportunity at Illinois State University. Hey, what's going on? It's Mark Grody, proud Redbird. ISU has every major imaginable and more than 400 registered student organizations. It's a great campus with a friendly Midwestern vibe. And Uptown Normal just steps from the quad with shopping, retail, and transportation. It's only a couple of hours from Chicago and the suburbs. And you know I love the Division I athletics that they offer. Visit illinoisstate.edu and start planning your visits.
You know how your Wi-Fi is spotty in some places or keeps buffering at the worst times? But you kind of just live with it because fixing it seems like a hassle? It doesn't have to be. You can just get an Eero system, which is ready to replace whatever router you have from your ISP. They set up in minutes, so you can start enjoying fast, reliable, award-winning Wi-Fi right away. Upgrade yourself today at Eero.com. Seriously, it's time.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
It is time to check the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app, save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Earlier today, Milwaukee, a 4-1 winner over Atlanta. Jake Bowers hit a 2-run home run. Whole bunch of games in progress, guys. Top of the 7th. The Phillies lead the Cardinals 11-1. Bryce Harper with a 3-run shot, number 26 on the year. Rays on top of the Orioles, 1-0, bottom of the 4th.
Seiya Suzuki will lead off the Cubs' 4th inning, Zach, and take a strike. What else you got?
The A's on top of the Astros, 1-0 after 3 innings of play. Bo Bichette with a solo shot for the Mets. They're on top of the White Sox 4-1. Top of the 3rd on the south side. Bichette with 14 home runs this year.
Suzuki hits one in the air, shallow left center. Racing in and playing it on a bounce is Rodriguez, the center fielder. I thought Rodriguez would be charging that one much more aggressively than he was. I guess it landed quite a bit in front of him. But had he sprinted, Ron, I think he could have come a lot closer to that ball than he actually did. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know if he didn't pick the ball up well. I'm not sure. But, yeah, didn't look like he was at a dead sprint going after that ball.
Here's Alex Bregman. That's a base hit for Suzuki. The crowd booing. I don't think they're booing Rodriguez as much as the fact that that's the first Cubs hit of the game. And they wanted to see Cade Anderson throw some no-hit ball. That will not happen. Bregman swings and misses, and the count 0-2.
4th inning sponsored by Access One, Chicago technology partner for managed IT, cybersecurity, business phone systems, and internet services. Access One.
Bregman pops it up, foul. It's going to be playable for Naylor. Naylor, the big burly first baseman, makes the catch in foul territory, and that's out number 1. 1-0 Mariners lead. The batter is Michael Busch.
Now, Lachado now past the mound. So just one good step past the mound, it's back to sunshine. But the mound and home plate in the shade might be a little bit better for the hitters.
Lefty to lefty. There's a strike. You're going through the order now, Ron, for the second time. As a veteran hitter, if you were in that lineup, what types of things would you try to have learned in your first plate appearance against the guy making his major league debut?
I would be ready to hit now. I would not be taking a lot of pitches. He's not, he's walked one guy through the first 12 guys. And that was, a misfire inside by a couple inches for the only walk.
Busch swings and misses at a bender.
But early in my at-bat, I would be looking for a certain... Probably, for me, I'd be looking for a fastball early in my at-bat. And if I got a first pitch, I'd be ready to hit it.
Rodriguez, the center fielder, is shaded over toward left center. There's a big gap in right center for Bush. And the pitch to Michael is down low. 50 pitches now, 5-0 for Cade Anderson. With one away in the fourth inning, you know they're keeping a close tab on his pitch count, as valuable as he is. There's strike three call. Bush caught looking. Strikeout number 4 for Cade Anderson.
Little high slider to Michael Bush. This ball starts out well up and comes in. It crosses Michael about just high, and Anderson gets the call on the high slider.
Two down. Nico Horner, the batter. And the pitch. Nico takes a strike. This kid can bring it.
Yep. That was 94, but it's very straight, his fastball. But I that's my point. If you get that first heater, you got to go ahead and let her rip.
Set for the 0-1. Off speed, low and away, 1-1. Suzuki still at first. Being held by Naylor. And now the 1-1. Swing and a foul back. Nico took a very big swing and fouled it straight back. Now he just wants to put it in play.
Got a big hole on the right side of the diamond.
And the 1-2 to Nico. Fisted foul down the right field side. Cubs' consecutive road series winning string is on the line today after losing the opener last night. They've won 9 consecutive road series, going back to June in San Francisco when they lost 2 out of 3. There's a check swing foul. This time Suzuki was on the run, and he'll retreat to first.
Anderson didn't pay much attention, or hasn't been, to Suzuki, and he took off on first movement.
A ball and 2 strikes on Nico. Now the pitch by Anderson. Ground ball toward the middle, scooped up by Rivas. Underhand feed to Young. There's the force. That's the inning. Cubs got a leadoff single from Suzuki, but nothing else. In the middle of the fourth inning, it's 1-0 Mariners on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Got big plans tonight? Make sure your post-game plan is locked in before last call comes around. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night. Your ride is here. Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
Hi, this is Jim Cornelison. Just like a championship team, your business needs people you can count on. That's where Access One comes in. From managed IT services and cybersecurity to internet connectivity and business phone systems, Access One helps keep your business connected, protected, and ready to win. Visit AccessOneIT.com. Access One, your hometown IT support partner.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Oh, this Bosch motor saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that Scooby-Doo-Bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity motor saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it.
Beep-bop-beat-up, wow, motor saw is my
The
favorite.
more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
League Leaders are sponsored by Gusto. Higher pay and grow your team with Gusto. The Phillies' Luis Arraez is the major league leader in batting average, hitting at .323. Ex-Cub Kyle Schwarber, also on the Phillies, is the home run leader with 37. There are two guys tied for the RBI lead in the majors. Both of them play in the National League Central. Sal Stewart of the Reds, Jordan Walker of the Cardinals, each with 96 runs batted in this season. The Nationals' Nasim Nunez, the stolen base leader, with 42. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Isn't Stewart of the Reds still considered a rookie ball player?
That's exactly right.
How about that run? 96 RBIs on the 22nd of August for a rookie ball player.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Wow. Josh Naylor leads it off here in the bottom of inning number 4 against David Peterson. It's 1-0 Seattle. Ground ball to first, fair. Nice sliding stop by Bush from foul territory. Underhand feed to Peterson on the bag. Nice play by Michael Bush.
Excellent play by Michael. As you said, Pat, sliding into foul territory. Makes the catch. Ball goes right over the bag. Good play by Michael. Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app.
One away, Taylor Ward, the batter. He rolls one out to short. Horner up with it. Comes up throwing to get him, and that's out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning, and the batter is Cal Raleigh.
And another ground ball. Peterson with that 2-seamer. It's been working. See if he can continue that.
Raleigh hit a base hit his first time. Belted 60 home runs a year ago. Here's the pitch on the way, taken high for a ball.
Well, you think about a guy hitting 60 home runs as a catcher in the big leagues.
Nobody had ever done it before. No catcher had ever done it before. Johnny Bench, of course, had some great home run hitting seasons. I think Johnny topped out at 48 one year. There is a strike. But it's such a physically demanding position. If you catch every day, you've got to be worn out by about July until the end of the year. Here comes the 1-1. Especially in the hot weather towns, Ron, and you're playing in that heat and humidity.
What do you think Cincinnati, where they played on the turf all the time, how hot it is there? You know, it's the guy that I used to marvel at all the time when I was playing was Pudge Rodriguez playing in Texas, and you know, like Johnny Oates and some of those managers back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he would play 155, 157 games. Ooh.
Both ends of doubleheaders.
Yeah, I mean, he would play all the time and catch, and it was amazing in that heat.
Swing a smash foul. Randy Hundley was called upon to catch, I think, something like 156 or 57 games one year by Leo DeRocha, which, looking back at it, seems absurd.
Yeah, it makes no sense. But, you know, the thing about Pudge Rodriguez when he was doing that, he was always in the MVP voting. He's one of the better offensive players in the game, too. Amazing.
I remember Randy Hundley telling me, as a catcher for the Cubs, you better get as much offense done in the first half of the year because you're going to be dog tired in the final 2 months, and you're just not going to be able to hit as well as you did early in the year.
Yeah, you don't have your legs underneath you. First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
1-0 Seattle, bottom of the 4th. And the 3-2 pitch fouled away. Look out right next to us.
You're getting closer. I thought I was going to have a play. That was...
Might have gone into the Mariner radio booth. Here's the 3-2. Check swing. Did he go? No swing. Boy, that was close. Ben May at first said no swing. I'd like to see that one again.
Yeah.
Apparently they're not going to show us.
Spent all that time doing these other graphics. The game doesn't matter.
Cole Young, the batter, left-handed hitter. Young will dribble one foul at the plate. Raleigh not a base-stealing threat at first. Randy Arozarena led off the first inning for the Mariners with a home run, and that is the only run of the game. The left-hander Peterson coming back 0-1 to Cole Young. Bouncing ball to second, scooped up by Ramirez, throws to first in time. Peterson pitching well. Let's see if the Cubs can get some runs and get him a win today. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. After 4, Mariners 1, Cubs nothing on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. To ensure that your business goals get across home plate, consider relocating to the Village of Bedford Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball on Chicago Sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you here in Seattle. It's the middle game of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Mariners. Seattle with a 1-0 lead. Randy Arozarena with a leadoff shot in the first for Seattle. Nate Anderson, in his major league debut, has given up just one hit, a bloop single. Seiya Suzuki in the fourth. Tyrone Taylor digs in, right-handed batter. And the pitch is up high for ball one. Anderson has 5 strikeouts. Lefty-righty matchup. Here's the kick and pitch. And misses up high. 2-0 the count.
I think both starting pitchers have benefited from the conditions today with the sun, this midday game in the shadows. It's been very difficult for the hitters to see the ball, especially after about the first half hour of the ball game.
Taylor hits a pop fly out of play. Just to the left of us.
Only 3 hits in the ball game. The first pitch of the game that Peterson threw, Arozarena hit it out of the park. Only 2 more hits since for either club.
Taylor fouls this back off the screen. So 2-2 the count.
Anderson's been impressive, though. He's thrown all his pitches for strikes. He's got the ability to expand the zone, and throw that pitch down out of the zone when he's ahead. He's looked very good so far.
Now the 2-2. That's low and inside. A changeup that missed. So Taylor's worked a full count. Taylor reached base in the second. He drew a walk. First base runner to reach for the Cubs today. Now the pitch. That's low, ball 4. Taylor draws his second walk of the ball game, and the Cubs have the tying run on base.
Well, Taylor didn't chase a couple balls inside. Good at bat for Taylor, and the Cubs have good speed at first. Coming in live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Pedro Ramirez digs in. Coombs, switch hitter, batting from the right side against the left-hander Anderson. Taylor with good speed at first, being held on by Naylor. Throw to first. Taylor gets back standing up. No tag applied by Naylor. Walks of Cubs batters, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. 1-0 Mariners. No one out here in the top of the 5th. Taylor goes. The pitch is inside, no throw. And a stolen base for Tyrone Taylor. And the Cubs now have the tying run in scoring position.
Good jump by Taylor. He goes right away, and that's one of the things we've seen so far. At times, maybe Anderson doesn't pay attention to the guy at first. So a stolen base for the Cubs.
1-0 on Ramirez. Now the pitch. Up high. 2 balls and no strikes.
And that stolen base is sponsored by Turo, Chicago's hometown tire. Get called safe with the Turo tires. Find yours at Turo.com.
Just the second steal this season for Taylor. He's at second, no one out. Now time called by Cal Raleigh, the catcher. Jogs out to the mound. At corner infielders walking to the hill as well. Now the entire Mariners infield will meet on the mound with Cade Anderson. This is the first time the Cubs have had a runner on second base. Do you think that's the reason?
Well, there's no reason to worry about what the signs are because you have the PitchCom device. The only I'm not quite sure what the deal is, but I don't know if maybe Anderson shook his veteran catcher, and so I don't want to throw that, and out he goes. Like I know you're a big prospect kid, but so I'm not quite sure. Could be a scouting report against Ramirez also.
Ramirez struck out swinging his first time up. Taylor at second. Now the 2-0. Ramirez bunts it up the third base line. This one rolls foul.
Like Cubs got a little unlucky there. That ball's bunted by Ramirez. It's a good bunt going down the line. It bounces, and in a second hop, if it hits directly in the grass, it's going to stay fair. It hit the lip of the grass going down the line, and because it hit the lip, it kicked the ball foul about 2 or 3 inches to the right, and that's going to be a base hit.
So Ramirez back in the box. 2-1 the count. Taylor at second base. No one out in the 5th. Cubs down 1. Anderson checks second. Now the kick and pitch. Ramirez swings and loops it foul out of play off to the right. 2-2.
Opponent's pitching change is sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, leader in smart water, commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Ramirez on the year hitting at .275. Anderson, the left-hander, is ready. Sets above the belt. Looks at second. He works his now a throw to second. There was no infielder near second base. Young, the second baseman, was way behind the bag and had to dart in to make the catch. And obviously, Taylor got back safely. 2-2 the count on Ramirez. Anderson deals. Low and inside. Ramirez has worked a full count.
Cubs has done a good job of laying off that slider down and in. That has been a put-away pitch for Anderson in the minor leagues. Cubs have not chased that pitch.
Ramirez waits. The payoff pitch. And a ground ball base hit in the left. Taylor stops at third. And now the Cubs have men at the corners with no one out. And Kevin Alcantara will stand in.
And that's the deal. When you don't chase that slider down and in, I would guess Anderson got a lot of punch outs on that pitch. And Ramirez did a good job laying off it. And then you get the changeup that's in the zone, and he hit a bullet between short and third.
Tying run at third base. in Taylor. Ramirez at first. No one out, top 5. Seattle a 1-0 lead. Kevin Alcantara digs in. Lefty-righty matchup. Anderson delivers up high. 1-0 the count. Alcantara struck out swinging his first time up. Big hole on the right side of the infield. 1-0. Alcantara hits a high fly ball deep right. Racing backhand zone. He has a play, makes the catch. Tagging and coming home is Taylor. He scores as the throw is cut off, and the Cubs have tied up the ball game. Sacrifice fly, Kevin Alcantara. 1-1, Cubs and Mariners here in the 5th. Ramirez stays at first.
Good at bat for Alcantara. He gets this pitch up and away. I think it's a changeup up and out, and he just goes with it. Excellent swing. That's going to drive in a run. Game is tied.
Now Miguel Amaya stands in. He was robbed of a home run his last time up. The pitch. Amaya hits a high chop to third, fielded by Wilson. Throw to second. There's one. On the first, there's 2. Double play. And that ends the top half of the 5th inning. But not before the Cubs tie it up on the sacrifice fly by Kevin Alcantara. 1-1, Cubs and Mariners, middle 5 on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers in a light beer? That's Yingling Flight. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs, no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Yingling Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Yingling Flight, the next generation light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Join the Cubs Wednesday, September 2nd to celebrate First Responders Appreciation. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs quilted fleece and challenge coin presented by Wendela. Don't miss out on this offer. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Saidman with you as we get set for the bottom of the 5th here at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. It's a 1-1 game. Cubs and Mariners, game 2 of this 3-game set. The Mariners struck first, solo shot by Randy Arozarena. Cubs tied it up in the top half of this 5th inning on a sacrifice fly by Kevin Alcantara. Weston Wilson will dig in. Right-handed hitting third baseman, the number 8 hitter in the order. David Peterson, the veteran left-hander, kicks and delivers. And Wilson looks at a ball low, a changeup that missed 1-0. Wilson, a late entry into the starting lineup for the Mariners. Brendan Donovan, the former Cardinal, originally in the lineup, as Wilson looks at a ball low and inside. 2-0 the count, but apparently in batting practice, Donovan got hit in the head with a baseball. So he's being evaluated as we speak, and Wilson, a late entry. Here's the pitch. Check swing and a pitch low on appeal. He went around 2-1 the count. Ben May, the first base umpire, pumping the right fist.
Yeah, you knew something drastic had to happen for the lineup to get changed just minutes before the ball game.
Line drive, base hit in the right center field for Wilson.
Wilson with a bullet the other way for a base knock. Sun's still an issue here at the ballpark. The left side of the diamond is pretty much in the shadows, but center field behind second base bag and all of center and right center are in right fielder in the sun. And that hitting background in the sun still got to be an issue for the hitters.
Leo Rivas at the plate, throw to first. Diving back in safely is Wilson. He's got 5 stolen bases this year. Rivas, the switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Peterson. Bregman playing in off the third base bag. Now the pitch. Rivas shows bunt. He get hit? Yeah, he did.
Well, no swing. They appealed at first. And Craig Counsell coming out, and he said, did he bunt at it? And Craig Counsell is saying he did not bunt at the pitch at first base. And Craig Counsell can't believe that they didn't call us a strike. And now that you see the replay, he does pull the bat back as this pitch is coming, and he gets hit in the right hand, in the palm of the hand.
And Rivas is still down.
Yeah, that got him good. It got him in the right hand, the top hand of the hand that slides up the bat when you're going to bunt. He pulls the bat back, and it hit him just above the wrist in that pad part of your hand.
So Rivas being escorted to first base right now by manager Dan Wilson and a Mariners trainer. Craig Counsell back in the Cubs dugout after briefly arguing with the home plate and first base umpires.
Well, the only thing you can say is what was the call? Did you appeal down? Did you make the call to attempt? Because if you're arguing balls and strikes, then that's what that would be. It's an immediate ejection. So he didn't use any magic words to get yourself kicked out and didn't say anything about the ball and strike call. So he stays in the game. That didn't work out that way yesterday, but he did stay in the game today.
Randy Arozarena looks at a strike, a slider that spins into the zone. 0-1 the count. And Counsell celebrated his 56th birthday yesterday by getting tossed from the game after arguing a balk call. Here's the 0-1. Arozarena chops one up the third baseline, fielded by running Bregman. Throw to first is not in time. The bases are loaded for the Mariners. Infield single, Randy Arozarena.
Now everything going right in this inning for the Mariners. Base hit by pitch on an attempted bunt, and now Arozarena hits a little dribbler up the third base line, a little roll over. Bregman does everything he can do to make a play on it. And Arozarena just outruns the play. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Now time call. Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy heads out to the mound to talk to Peterson. The rest of the Cubs infield joins along. 1-1 game, Cubs and Mariners. No one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Seattle's got the bases loaded, and the number 2 hitter, Dominic Canzone, will stand in.
Now I'm going to guess that Cubs will probably play for 2 up the middle and play the corners in and see what you can do here. You got to try to stay away from the big inning.
Canzone is 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. Left-handed batter against the left-hander Peterson.
And that's exactly what the Cubs are doing. They're playing for 2 up the middle in the corners, especially Bregman playing in.
Bases loaded, no one out. Here's the pitch. Canzone, it's a ground ball on the right side, fielded by Ramirez to second for 1. Horner to first, not in time. A run scores as Wilson crosses home plate. Seattle takes the lead 2-1 over the Cubs. Moving to third on the play, Rivas.
Now this looks like a tailor-made double play. Ramirez playing deep, almost to the outfield grass, and the pull side ball's hit right at him, but not hit very hard. He has to come and charge this ball. And just because of how deep he was playing, he was unable, the Cubs, to turn a pair. And that's just one of those plays where 2 guys that can really outrun some plays and help the Mariners score a run.
Men at the corners, 1 down. Julio Rodriguez at the plate, and he looks at a fastball off the outside. 1-0. Rivas at third. Canzone at first. 2-1 Mariners. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Rodriguez waits. Peterson kicks and delivers. That's a called strike, a slider that spins into the zone. 1-1. Rodriguez, a powerful right-handed batter. He struck out twice today against Peterson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Oh, he threw that one right past Rodriguez. That was a good fastball, 93-mile-an-hour four-seamer, top of the zone away.
So the count now 1-2 on Rodriguez. Peterson peers in, gets the sign from Amaya, straightens up, sets chest high. A long set. Now the pitch. Rodriguez whacks it foul out of play off to the right. 1-2.
Rodriguez still having a hard time catching up with Peterson's fastball. That one in a little more of a hittable spot, and he threw that one right by him. He hit it right over his own dugout down the first base line.
Rivas at third, Canzone at first. One down, 1-2 the count on Rodriguez. Peterson deals. Low and inside with a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Video board prompting the fans to get loud here at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Roof open. Sunny day. Temperature in the mid-70s. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Peterson took something off that. Fooled Rodriguez. 2 away.
After some good fastballs, a slider, and then you go to the change. Rodriguez well out in front of this change. Perfect location by Peterson down and away.
CUBS strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by our Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. So 2 down, men at the corners. A 2-1 lead for the Mariners. Josh Naylor, the cleanup man at the plate. Powerful left-handed batter. Peterson delivers. And Naylor looks at a sinker that misses. 1-0 the count. He was inside. Naylor's 0 for 2 today. Peterson deals. Low and outside. 2-0 the count on Naylor.
Here's where you got to watch out now. Naylor with some pop in his bat. He's got the count in his favor. This is where he'll cheat on a certain pitch.
Peterson a long set. Now the pitch. That one missed. Sinker. 3-0.
Yeah, pitch is down and in. Just missed the corner.
Rivas at third, Canzone at first. 2 away. 2-1 Mariners. Bottom 5. The 3-0 delivery. That's a cold strike. And a sinker by Peterson. Naylor did not like the call. It was on the inside edge, about knee high. Naylor calls time, steps out of the box, adjusts the batting helmet. The count is 3-1. Peterson trying to limit the damage here. 2-1 Seattle. Peterson peers in, gets the sign from Amaya. He's ready. Sets, kicks, and delivers. Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Good gas inside to Naylor. That's the spot to throw him, is keep that ball in. And that was an excellent pitch. Naylor was late on that fastball.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Full count. Men at the corners, 2 away here in the 5th. Bregman drops back. Now the pitch. Naylor swings and misses. Strike 3. Peterson gets him with a sinker. And that ends the 5th inning. Mariners leave 2, score 1. 2-1 Seattle as we head to the 6th on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Alex Bregman. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. Southwest Airlines here on why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. The nonstops you want, the reliability you need, and an elevated experience. With free Wi-Fi for Rapid Rewards members thanks to T-Mobile, plus options for extra legroom seats. They're like a 7th inning stretch for your whole flight. Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Visit southwest.com/airfare-types-benefits for more information. Available on Wi-Fi enabled designated aircraft.
All my life, my mom sacrificed for our family. So when she needed a liver transplant and I learned I was a match, I didn't hesitate to be her donor. Northwestern Medicine made the process seamless for both of us, including speaking to my mom in Spanish.
Top 10 in the nation for transplant volume, Francisco's living donor team removed part of his liver for his mom's transplant. Northwestern Medicine has saved the most lives through organ transplant in Illinois and its surrounding states. Northwestern Medicine. Better. Learn more at nm.org/transplant.
From the ballpark to the beach, Sea Glass wines are here to help you unwind. Sustainably crafted and refreshingly delicious, Sea Glass brings you the bright, crisp taste of California's Central Coast. No matter where the game takes you, whether you're meeting up before the game or kicking back after a well-earned win, Sea Glass is the perfect companion. So relax, refresh, and find your coastal state of mind with Sea Glass, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by Timber Tech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com.
All right, Zach, each team with a run in that fifth inning. 2-1 Seattle as the sixth inning is about to commence. Pete Crow Armstrong will lead things off, then Seiya Suzuki and Alex Bregman. Left-hander Cade Anderson in his big league debut. Nearing the end of his day of work, you would think. He's around 73 pitches, I believe, as the first pitch is a strike. Lefty to lefty, PCA swings and misses.
See what's on tap here in the sixth inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Next generation of light beer. Yingling Flight. Cubs could use the ball in flight. I would guess with the Mariners warming up a right-hander, this would probably be his last hitter. Pete being left-handed.
He drives one in the air, deep right center field. Back goes Canzone to the wall. That ball is off the fence. It's going to be a double for Pete Crow Armstrong. And Canzone very fortunate, Ron. The ball hit the wall and bounced sharply back right to him. Otherwise, it would have been a triple.
Well, I think Canzone had a very hard time seeing this ball off the bat. Pete hits it a long way. Anderson throws this ball right down the middle, and it hits the yellow stripe at the top of the wall and stays in the park. So it'll be a leadoff double.
Two-bagger for Pete, just missed a home run. And the batter is Seiya Suzuki. 2-1 Seattle. Seiya pokes it foul off to the right out of play.
Now, last half inning, the Mariners had a right-hander warming up. Pete leading off, you would think, they had a guy warmed up, ready to go to start the inning, and now they're not going to him. And he's ready to go.
Seiya will take low and inside for a ball. All of the infield now is in the shade. Right field and center field still in late afternoon sunlight. Suzuki in the game, 1 for 2. He'll take a fastball strike. 1-2. 78 pitches now for Cade Anderson in his big league debut. That alone is a stress factor that has to be measured. And now a pickoff throw to second, not in time.
Not quite sure why they're doing that. That's twice they've done it. And that has been just not a good look at all.
Now the lefty glancing back at Pete. And the pitch to Seiya, bounce to third. Gloved by Wilson, the long throw in time. And Pete is going to be out at second base. Pete Crow Armstrong thought about going to third. He overcommitted with the fake and could not get back to second in time. A rare 5 3-4 double play.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Pat, what you call. This ball's hit one hop to third. Pete's thinking of going, then kind of holds and takes a step. But he's kind of just in the middle of the base path doing this. And it ends up, he just made a base running mistake, and it ends up being a double play.
So quickly, 2 down, and Bregman drives one in the air. Deep left center, it's got a chance. Gone! Alex Bregman with a home run ties the game. A line drive just to the right of the 376 sign. So now the defensive double play looks even bigger.
Huge play in the game, and Bregman, who've been getting booed the whole series, that's a little quieting of the crowd as he hits a bolt to left center field to tie the ball game.
His third homer in the first 2 games of this series, his 19th of the year. Ball game tied at 2. And here's Michael Busch. And he'll drive one in the air. Deep right center. This ball's got a chance. Gone! Cubs go back to back. And the Cubs have their first lead of the day. Michael Busch with a long home run to right center. His 16th of the year. And the Cubs are in the lead, and Cub fans are delighted.
Well, they had a right-hander ready for Suzuki. They did not bring him in. Bregman comes up, homers. Dan Wilson chooses not to go get his left-hander. Pitch to Busch, and Bushy blasts one to right center field. And now the kid's on the hook for the loss.
And that'll be all for Cade Anderson in his Major League debut. He still gets a round of applause, but he's not happy after giving up back-to-back home runs, I guarantee you. Pitching changes are always worth noting because pitching changes by the opposition are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. Cubs 3, Mariners 2. We're in the 6th inning. We've got a good one going right here on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Carson Kelly. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We're famously friendly, nonstops out the wazoo, and so reliable. In fact, the Wall Street Journal ranked us number 1, first among U.S. airlines. I guess the answer to who's on first is Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hunter bunts foul down the third baseline. I kind of like that style by Nico after back-to-back home runs. The new pitcher coming in. Nico tries to lay down a bunt. Surprise. He fouled it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we were talking about Yingling flight. How about this inning? 2 bombs. Bregman and Busch off the young guy Anderson.
Very peculiar inning run. You had Pete Armstrong double to lead things off. Then Suzuki grounded into a rare 5-3-4 double play. Here's a foul off to the right, out of play. Technically, it's not a grounded into a double play. It's simply a double play with that particular scoring. And then the back-to-back home runs by Bregman and Bush. Very peculiar inning, but a good one for the Cubs, and they lead 3-2. Horner takes upstairs for a ball, 1-2. So the best that Cade Anderson can hope for is a no decision in his major league debut. Cubs are trying to hang a loss on him. Nico lines one down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball bouncing toward the corner. Nico's going to have extra bases. He is going to stop at second with a double. Cubs have had 5 batters in the inning run, 4 extra base knocks, 2 doubles and 2 home runs.
Yeah, been a very good offensive inning. And what you're seeing, I believe, is it's better hitting conditions now. I really do. I think for Anderson, he was getting a little tired, threw some balls in the middle of the plate. But I think, with the shadows now moving way out towards center field, I think guys can see the ball around home plate much better.
Tyrone Taylor, the batter, and he'll take a fastball strike. Right-hander Carlos Vargas on the mound, glancing back at Horner, and the pitch to Taylor, up and in for a ball. Doubles by Cubs batter, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a bender. For Bush, his 16th home run. For Bregman, his 19th. Cubs have grabbed the lead here in the 6th inning. Here's a drive down the left field line. That ball is going to be in there for an extra base knock. It bounces over the fence. A ground rule double. Horner will score. Tyrone Taylor drives in a big run. And now the Cubs lead 4-2.
Now Taylor swung through a breaking ball down and away from Vargas the pitch before. This time Vargas throws him another breaking ball, but this one stays in the middle of the plate. And Taylor doesn't miss it. He hits a bullet to left. One hopper off the warning track and out of the ballpark. So Cubs with a barrage of extra base hits in the 6th inning.
Pedro Ramirez fouls it away. Right you are, Ron. I was thinking you could watch a lot of baseball games and not see 5 extra base hits in a 6-batter span for a long time. Yeah. Doubles by PCA, Horner and Taylor, and homers by Bregman and Bush. Here's a foul out of play, and the Cubs have a 4-2 lead as they try to even up this series at 1 win apiece. Ramirez with a single his last time. 2 strikes on the switch hitter batting left-handed. Curveball is low. Taylor, the RBI, his 30th of the year. And now the 1-2. Pulled on the ground foul. We'll do it again. We'll be right back out here again tomorrow for the finale. It'll start at 3:10 Central Time. Bryce Miller against Shota Imanaga. And then it's on to Phoenix. 3 with the Diamondbacks starting Monday night. Here's a drive to center. Pretty well hit. Back goes Rodriguez. Still going, but he gets there and makes the catch. Straight away center. A step from the warning track. That was a hard hit ball by Ramirez, but he's unable to cash in. Cubs score 3 times in the inning. And they have taken a 4-2 lead as we go to the bottom of inning number 6. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests, and more on your way home, 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision, in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. We are professional grade. Right now, when you finance through GM Financial, well-qualified buyers get 1.9% APR for 5 years on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 models. Come in today and test drive the hard-working Sierra 1500 and experience engineering that fits your lifestyle. See your local GMC dealer today. Monthly payment is $1,667 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment is 8.8%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 8/31/26.
Choose Bradley University. Whether you're building robots, training on cutting-edge medical simulators, or diving into sports communication, Bradley prepares you. You'll cheer on D1 athletics, study abroad, and choose from over 200 student organizations. Plus, you'll benefit from competitive internships, community-focused research, and a top-tier education that provides a proven return on investments. Apply today at bradley.edu.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, Suits 2020, we're more than just amazing suits.
David Peterson now in the lead. Let's see if he can hang on to it. 4-2 Cubs as we move to the bottom of inning number 6. Taylor Ward will lead things off, and he'll take strike 1.
Now Cubs have someone warming up in the bullpen, just got up. Peterson at 86 pitches now in the game. He's thrown an exceptional ball game once again.
The 0-1 changeup is low. We talk sometimes about all the publicity that a certain ball player gets. I think you quickly understand, Ron, that this game is full of all outstanding players. And it kind of, I think, feeds into your competitive juices when you're going against some phenom.
Yeah, and there's no doubt. Absolutely. When you come to the park today and you're a hitter for the Cubs, there is no doubt you're like ready to hit against this kid.
Fastball is high, 1-2. Cubs.
And, in his defense, you're not facing big league hitters every day. Guys aren't chasing all his pitches off the plate, up or down and in. And that down and in pitch today was the one I thought the Cubs did a very good job not chasing with the right-handed hitter.
3-2 on Taylor Ward. The pitch by Peterson just outside. Or was it called strike 3? It was a called strike 3. Kind of a very low-key call by Ryan Blakeney. I didn't even see the right arm pump out.
Yeah,
did you?
he yells, and then he's definitely not quick to make the call. That's for sure.
One away in the inning. Cal Raleigh swings and misses, 0-1.
He gives you the ha, and then he kind of takes his time to stand up and then gives you the old double fist pump.
Here comes the 0-1. Pulled on the ground sharply to third. Backhanded by Bregman. Long throw. It is going to be in time. A one-hop throw. What a great play by Alex Bregman. He threw that ball. He was in foul territory by 20 feet and off balance. His one-hop throw all the way across the diamond, and Bush negotiated a tough one-hop to complete the play. Excellent play.
Yeah, Bregman, he just does some incredible stuff and great footwork. And he almost throws this ball a little too far. If he bounces it a little farther, it's an easier play for Michael. But Bushy gets way down low to catch that ball, gets his eyes close to where he's going to catch the ball. Great play by both guys on the corner of the Cubs infield.
2 down, Cole Young, the batter. Cubs lead 4-2, 6th inning. Lefty to lefty, inside to Cole Young. So reading about Young, he's played every single game as a rookie. Mariners playing in game number 130 today. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. You don't see that very often,
No.
Ron. Guys playing every game as a rookie ball player.
No, he's done all right. 254 right now. He's got 15 home runs and 56 driven in.
Seems to play good defense.
Yeah.
2 down, nobody on. Cubs lead by 2. And the pitch by Peterson. Just outside. A lot of late afternoon shadows now here in Seattle. Still a beautiful day.
First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Peterson rolling along. 6 innings of good work today. Cubs lead 4-2. We go to the 7th on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Nico Horner. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Summer heat is here, and your AC is working harder than ever. Don't wait for a breakdown. Call Four Seasons now for a complete AC tune-up for just $89.95. They'll back it up with a 1-year no-breakdown guarantee. If your AC breaks down, they'll return free of charge, all for just $89.95. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Summer's the time for making memories, not appointments. That's why there's Great Clips. You can use convenient online check-in to get in for a great haircut for less whenever you have time. Plus, their skilled salon stylists save your haircut details in clip notes, so you can get the same cut next time, no matter who you see. So what are you waiting for? Get in, get out, and get back to enjoying summer with time-saving haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota. Let's go places.
Before the 7th inning starts, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes talking Cubs afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Ian Happ is going to bat for the first time today. He will face the right-hander Vargas. Cubs on top 4-2 as the 7th inning starts. Happ takes the fastball low. This Dead in Baseball History brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Happ takes ball 2. The great Ernie Banks leads off the baseball history notes today. Mr. Cub. Ernie Banks became the first Cub ever to have his uniform number 14 retired on this date in 1982. That's very fitting, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree to that. There's no doubt.
What a nice man he was.
Yeah.
Here's the 3-0. Happ takes a strike. He was just one of those people, you never had a bad moment around him.
Yeah, very happy guy, absolutely. You're hitting 30 home runs a year. It's pretty easy to be happy.
Well, that's a good point, Ron. That's very good point. All-star teams, Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
the list is pretty long.
It really is.
Ball 4 outside to Ian Happ.
But as we joke, he was just a super nice man. I enjoyed every time I was around Ernie. I enjoyed being around him.
I think I've told you before, when Ron Santo passed away, I know that they were very close, Ron and Ernie. And I called him on the phone just to see how he was doing. And I thought it would be about a 2-minute talk.
Yeah.
Ernie, I'm sorry. I know you and Ron were close, and you never really know what to say. You just want to be there
Right.
kind of for them. We ended up talking for almost an hour.
Yeah, how about that?
On the phone. Yeah. And I thought, this is unbelievable. Our Ernie's he's so giving and generous with his time. Here's a bunt attempt missed by Miguel Amaya.
Maya tried a couple times now and bunted through the ball. It counts 0-2. Cubs just playing for that sacrifice, trying to get another run, up by 2. 7th inning. It's sponsored by Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you.
Got a very special baseball history note. It's a funny one.
Okay.
And we'll get to that in a minute. Miguel Amaya pokes it foul off to the right. You got to go back to 1886. Louisville had a ball player by the name of Chicken Wolf. And he hit a game-winning home run thanks to a stray dog tearing at Reds outfielder Abner Powell's pant leg, causing the center fielder to miss the ball. Abner was quoted as saying, "I hate when that happens."
Yeah.
Louisville's Chicken Wolf. It's right here, 1886, August 22.
Old Chicken Wolf.
You don't see many stray dogs making big league baseball headlines these days.
No.
Kind of surprised we had one way back in 86. 1886.
So, did the dog have to pay to get into the park, or what do you think happened there?
I think he just smelled some food and made his way in, made himself at home. There's a bouncing ball foul right side.
On the outfielder's leg?
That's right. It says the stray dog was tearing at Abner Powell's pant leg. Now, you're trying to be a big league ball player, and you've got a dog tearing at your pant leg. How does that make you feel?
That's a tough game. That is a tough one, yeah. One of the all-time great nicknames in all of baseball, Chicken Wolf. There we go. That's, you got the gunner and you got Chicken Wolf,
Here's the 0-2. Hit high in the air to center, but it's playable for Rodriguez. And that's going to be out number 2. Pete Crow Armstrong retired on the fly ball, and it brings up Seiya Suzuki. Happ still at first. Suzuki with a single and 3 tries today. First pitch in there for a strike to Seiya. Roger Maris, 1961 on this date. Became the first player ever to have 50 home runs before the end of August. It was 1961, the year that he would break the record of Babe Ruth by hitting 61 home runs. Swing and a miss.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think about hitting that many home runs in a season.
1989. 2 Hall of Famers involved in one Hall of Fame play. Ricky Henderson swung and missed to strike out. Throw to first, not in time. Diving back in is Happ.
Happ was taking off early. Yeah, and they threw to first base. He just got back.
The Ricky Henderson one was Nolan Ryan's victim in career strikeout number 5,000.
Wow, how about that?
He would go on to strike out 5,714. That record might stand for quite a while. The 1-2. Low and outside for a ball.
Well, now that you have 5-man rotations and 100 pitch counts, there's no chance of that record being broken. You're just never going to pitch enough innings to get that many strikeouts.
I would agree with that, yeah. And now the 2-2. Fouled away by Seiya. Now here's one that kind of surprised me. Dodger first baseman Eric Karros in 2000 had both a solo home run and a 3-run homer during a 9-run 6th inning in a Dodger win over the Expos. He became the first player in 111 years of Dodger history to hit 2 homers in 1 inning.
Wow.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and that ends the inning. But it never happened, never even in Brooklyn. And that was, by all accounts, that was kind of a bandbox. And you could hit a lot of home runs there.
Yeah.
That is surprising. Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the Cubs 4 and Seattle 2. This is the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Summer's the time for making memories, not appointments. That's why there's Great Clips. You can use convenient online check-in to get in for a great haircut for less whenever you have time. Plus, their skilled salon stylists save your haircut details in clip notes, so you can get the same cut next time, no matter who you see. So what are you waiting for? Get in, get out, and get back to enjoying summer with time-saving haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
The winning lineup for your home starts with the appliance experts at Grand Appliance. From large capacity Electrolux laundry to versatile Frigidaire kitchens, Grand Appliance brings together the brands that help your home perform like an all-star. And with fast delivery and professional installation, Grand makes it easy to upgrade your home with the latest appliance innovations. Shop grandappliance.com or one of their 12 Chicagoland locations to learn more. That's Grand Appliance, Chicago's hometown appliance leader since 1930.
When only the best will do, choose Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. With rich color, smooth coverage, and unbeatable durability, Benjamin Moore is paint that performs. Stains wipe away easily, and the finish stays beautiful for years to come. Available in 3,500 colors and exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Ready to transform your space? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Regal Select, trusted by pros, loved by homeowners.
When buying your next car, let Consumers Credit Union put you in the driver's seat with competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Ian Happ stays in the game. He's now in left field for the Cubs. And the new pitcher on the mound for the Cubs is right-hander Trent Thornton.
Very good, Zach. Thank you. Cubs lead by a pair. Mariners batting, bottom of the 7th. All of the infield now is in the shade. Just some sunlight out in right and right center. Thornton going to work on Weston Wilson. Nice curveball drops in for a strike.
Today, the meat of the order is brought to you by Pete's Market, Chicagoland's largest family-owned and locally operated grocer.
Solid outing by David Peterson today. It's his game to win. Swing and a miss. Another nice bender.
Yeah, he was outstanding, Put the whammy on him at the very first pitch. I said he was going to get a lot of ground balls, and that one hit out of the ballpark. The two of you started looking at me like I was crazy, which isn't too far off, but he did end up throwing a lot of ground balls, and he threw a very good ball game.
Now the 0-2 pitch misses high for a ball. I apologize for Zach looking at you that way, Ron.
See how it goes.
45,000 are here today. 45,681. Strike 3 called. Weston Wilson is out on strikes. Trent Thornton strikes out the first man he faces. Cubs leading 4-2. And here's Leo Rivas.
Good breaking ball by Thornton to get the punch out. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
First pitch inside for a ball. Seattle, 7 games under 500. They're 3 games out of a wild card spot. Now, that's the good news for them. Because that lets you know that they are within range. But there are 8 teams ahead of them in that wild card. And that's going to work against them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The thing to do if you're the Mariner, you got to take care of your own business night after night and get on a roll.
Fly ball foul over near the third base dugout. Bregman, does he have a play? No. Bregman went all the way to the railing to a little camera pit area adjacent to the Cubs third base dugout. Just couldn't get there in time to fully extend his body. And I'm sure you had that issue sometimes, Ron. You get there, but you get there too late.
Yeah, and it's either that or you launch yourself over the railing and you end up in the camera well, and that's not necessarily a good thing either.
Did you launch yourself into many camera wells?
I did one time. Yes, I did. Thank you.
Did you?
A friend of mine once said, "Thank you for asking."
Do you have any video of that by any chance?
I'm hoping not. It wasn't very graceful. I can say that.
3-1 pitch in there for a strike, 3-2.
I can promise you this. You know who really didn't like it? The cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
Like when a linebacker blitzes a quarterback and he doesn't see it coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of that involved.
He would ask for hazard pay next time. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Leo Rivas. Line drive, fair, down the right field line. It bounces into the corner. Taylor chases it down. It's a double for Leo Rivas.
Rivas came into the game yesterday hitting 136. He gets the walk-off game-winning hit in the 10th inning, and now today he's been hit by a pitch, and now he doubles down the right field line.
Hit number 5 for Seattle. Cubs out hitting the Mariners 7-5 and lead 4-2. Here's the pitch now. Randy Arozarena takes a curveball low. The Cubs are going to challenge that call by home plate umpire Ryan Blakeney. Well, let's take a look. It is a strike. Good challenge.
Absolutely. Good job by Maya. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. We got a couple things we got to do here, partner. Tough play of the game sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough.
Looping liner, shallow left, racing in. Happ makes the catch. Hustling back to second is Rivas. Happ remained in the game after pinch hitting in the top of the inning. That's out number 2, and the batter is Dom Canzone.
Nice play by Ian. Ball hit off the end of the bat. But how about the play by Bregman? It's tough plays of the game. Sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. And catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That plays a real trip. So is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours at catchdesmoines.com. And how about the catch on the throw of Bregman by Michael Bush at first base?
Just a great play all the way around.
It really was.
Activity commencing in the Cub bullpen. A left-hander starting to get loose. And the pitch in there for a strike. Thornton trying to work a scoreless inning. The Cubs grab the lead in this game with a 3-run rally in the 6th. We are in the 7th, 4-2 Cubs. The pitch just a little bit inside. Thornton wanted that one. Now the count 2-1. Tying run at the plate. And the 2-1. Curveball fouled away.
Canzone with a big swing, but got really long on that swing and cost him. He got a good hanging breaking ball to hit. Tried to hit it too hard, too far, and the swing got long on him.
He's got 19 home runs, tied for the team lead. And this is a spot run where he certainly would be thinking long ball, wouldn't you think?
Absolutely, no doubt. First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Now the 2-2. From Thornton. Bouncing ball to second. A charging Ramirez gloves it. Lobs to first in time. Good job by Trent Thornton. We go to the 8th inning. It's the Cubs 4 and the Mariners 2. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
A brain tumor, a stroke, a condition threatening who you are. At Loyola Medicine, our nationally ranked neurology team maps every move to protect speech, mobility, and identity. Because saving lives also means preserving what makes you, you. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The folks at Tito's Handmade Vodka have been dog people since day one. From the very beginning, inspired by strays found around the distillery, Tito's has been committed to supporting pets and their people. Through the Vodka for Dog People program, Tito's amplifies the work of animal-focused nonprofits across the country and beyond, focusing efforts on low-cost spay and neuter services, affordable veterinary care, and adoptions. Between countless yappy hours, sponsored events, and its dog-friendly workspaces, there's a reason Tito's is the Vodka for Dog People. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Heard of a crash? Someone else's fault? Call D&W, Chicago's Injury Law Group. They'll fight to make it right. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Florida Cubs, top of the 8th inning here on a gorgeous day in Seattle. 8th inning, it's sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars to the K to donate your car today, Patrick.
New pitcher in the game for Seattle. This is going to be Seranthony Dominguez. Saw him last night. He's bounced around a little bit. And he'll work this 8th inning. Alex Bregman first up. And the first pitch on the way to Bregman. Swing and a miss. I have to be honest, I'm not sure why Bregman is drawing the anger and the ire of these Mariner fans.
Do you think it's because he was with Houston and in that division for years against Seattle?
I guess that's
right.
That's the only thing that would make sense. 1 ball and 1 strike on Alex Bregman. Bregman homered his last time up. And he hits a high pop fly foul back near our booth. And out of play. Bregman having quite a series here. 3 home runs in the first 2 games. And the more you see him play defensive third round, the more you like him.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Bregman swings at a high fastball, strike 3. Seranthony Dominguez gets the strikeout. Opponents' pitching changes. Those are brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. How did we do in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game? Bush takes a strike, 0-1. The actual figure, 45,681. It looks like Zach Zaidman is the winner. So, Zach, how do you plan to celebrate? Here's a pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 on Michael Bush.
Look out, Seattle. That's all I'm going to say, Pat.
Wow. Could be 48,000 tomorrow.
You heard it here first. Here's the 1-1. A swing and a miss by Bush. Well, we'll try to do our best tomorrow, Ron, in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game.
Michael Bush is the cleanup hitter, and Zach's the cleanup broadcaster, obviously. Sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Frigidaire kitchen today at grandappliance.com.
Bush swings and misses, strike 3. Off-speed pitch gets him.
Look out, Seattle, he says.
Well, Zach, we can expect a full report on your pregame show tomorrow morning. Nico had a double his last time up. The difference in the game, home runs by Bregman and Bush back-to-back in the 6th inning. That's the one that gave the Cubs the lead. That sequence. Check swing foul by Nico, and then later in the inning, an RBI double by Tyrone Taylor. And now the Cub bullpen trying to hang on. 8th inning. Zach is the winner of the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game, and he's also preparing the post-game show for you. Fastball is high to Nico. So please stay tuned for that program that Zach has after every game. And the pitch up and in walks him. I look for Nico to maybe run here. Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. I think Nico, if he can in the first few pitches, you try to get to second base. If you can, to give Taylor a chance with a full at-bat with 2 outs to try to drive you in.
Please stay tuned for that Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show with Zach Zaidman, the official bank of the Cubs radio network. Corner being held by Naylor at first. He's got a good lead. The stretch by Dominguez, and he'll chase him back.
Dominguez is holding the ball on Zach, or on Horner at first, trying to see if he'd take off early. He did not.
Ron will name the toast of the game ball player a bit later. This pitch fouled away by Tyrone Taylor. He's had a good day. Taylor, 2 walks and a run-scoring double.
And you notice he's starting to move up the lineup, too. Getting 6 today.
That's the way it works, Ron.
Yep.
You get on base, you get your hits, you knock runs in. Managers want you to have as many at-bats as possible.
Yep. Second throw over to against Nico now, so we'll see if he takes off. Does not.
Pitch out, nothing doing.
Yeah. They're thinking the same thing. So if Dominguez throws to first and they don't pick Nico off, Nico will be awarded second base.
He's got his lead. He's dancing, not running. And the pitch fouled over our heads and out of play. I thought he was going to be running on that pitch.
I did too.
Cubs 4, Mariners 2. Cubs trying to even up the series with 1 more to go tomorrow. Nico running. The pitch taken low. Throw to second base. Head first slide. Safe. Stolen base. Stole it much more on Dominguez than he did on the throw. Mariners are challenging that?
They're challenging the ball strike, and that pitch strike. No stolen base or Nico. That'll end the inning.
Taylor called out on strikes, and that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Cubs leading 4-2 over the Mariners on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Sloan has been supporting Cubs fans at Wrigley Field for generations with trusted restroom solutions. Today, that commitment continues throughout the concourse with bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Boom! 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 That's the sound of small businesses booming. Right now at Old National Bank, you can earn up to an $800 bonus when you open a small business checking account and complete qualifying activities. It's just the start of what's in store.
We're open! Oh, and boom!
Business checking made for small business. Just another reason to get old. Learn more at oldnational.com/smallbizoffer. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
With 21 locations throughout Chicagoland, Pete's Market is your largest family-owned and locally operated grocer. No one does fresh like Pete's.
Time to check the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Final from Milwaukee, the first-place Brewers with a 4-1 victory over the Braves. Jake Bowers with a 2-run home run for Milwaukee. Games in progress. There are a bunch of them. Ninth inning, Rays and Orioles are tied at 2.
Julio Rodriguez leads off the bottom of the 8th inning, Zach, and bounces one to short. To his left, Horner gloves, plants the feet, makes the throw, gets his man. That's the way you like to work it. One pitch, one away.
The rest of the scoreboard, A's and Astros tied at 3 in the top half of the 8th inning. They're in the bottom of the 6th on the south side. Mets leading the White Sox 7-5. Former White Sox outfielder Luis Robert Jr. with a 2-run shot for New York. Dodgers on top of the Pirates 4-3, top of the 8th inning. Kyle Tucker with a 2-run single.
Trent Thornton will lead the game. He did a nice job working an inning and a third, got 4 big outs. And now Craig Counsell will go to the bullpen. Pitching changes for the Cubs. Those are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Cubs on top 4-2. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Dan Swanson. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Back to school season is here, and Dollar General has everything you need to start the school year strong. Don't forget to grab a pair of bright yellow sunglasses from the Yellow Glasses Project for just $2. Every purchase makes a difference, with 100% of proceeds helping support teachers, classrooms, and nonprofit organizations working to improve reading and literacy skills across the country. Stop by Dollar General today and shine bright with the Yellow Glasses Project, available now at Dollar General. The Yellow Glasses Project is a program of the Dollar General Literacy Foundation.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal. We got a big deal too, right, Mom? Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Plug-in Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 8th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Left-hander Ryan Rollison is the new man on the mound for the Cubs. He sports a bright red glove. He always works from the stretch, and the lefty ready to go to work facing Josh Naylor. Cubs 4, Mariners 2, bottom of the 8th inning. Naylor swings away and fouls it away. Naylor 0 for 3 in the game.
First out in the inning, Patrick. That's sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Here's a ground ball to second base. Should be routine for Ramirez. It is. And that's out number 2. All of the field now is in the shade. No more bright sunlight on the diamond. Just a little bit of sunlight coming through the windows of the upper deck out in shallow right. But for the most part, no more streaks of light at this hour. Here comes the Taylor Ward plate appearance. Right-handed batter takes high for ball one. Ward has flied out, grounded out, struck out. 4-2 Cubs lead. Curveball strike. 1-1. Cubs have been a very good road team this season. Swing and a foul back.
Not quite sure what happened with that pitch. Amaya was looking for something soft. It was a fastball away. He looked like he was going down to block it, and the ball's foul tipped right past him.
Cubs 8 games above 500 on the road. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Rodison a blazing fastball, and down goes Taylor Ward. We go to the 9th inning. Cubs 4, Mariners 2. This is the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Lung cancer is common among East Asian descendants, especially females.
We understand our patients have different backgrounds and circumstances, which is why we promote nearly 1,000 health screenings each year, like the CUBS program, which screens high-risk, often uninsured patients for cancer.
If it wasn't for the CUBS program at Northwestern Medicine, we wouldn't know my mom had lung cancer.
Because we treat our community the same way we treat our patients, better.
I'm Dan Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, millions of people called us for representation. Why? Because trust grows when you win, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion and counting. When you call America's largest injury law firm, you're calling a family. You're calling an army, our army. You're calling somebody who will fight for you. Injured? Let our family fight for your family. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Southwest Airlines is the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. And you can bet your sweet Cubbies we fly to their away games. Hint, hint.
The ultimate goal of an MLB fan, seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. Yes, all 30. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. Getting set for the top of the 9th here in Seattle. Cubs 4, Mariners 2. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com.
Okay, Zach, 9th inning. Let's see if the Cubs can tack on some insurance tallies in this 9th inning. They lead 4-2. And Pedro Ramirez is going to try to start a rally against the right-hander Rucker. Former Cub pitcher Michael Rucker. First pitch in for a strike. Ramirez takes low and inside for a ball. Ramirez 1 for 3 in the game. Struck out, singled, and flied out. He hits a high pop fly on the infield. The third baseman will make the catch, and that's out number 1. Wilson playing third.
Now Ramirez got a pitch and just hit it straight up in the air.
One away. Here's Ian Happ. Did not start the game. Batted once. Had a base on balls. This will be his second plate appearance. Here's the pitch. Ian takes a strike. Day game tomorrow. Of course, we'll have it for you. Starts at 3:15 Central Time. 3:10, I guess it is. 3:10 tomorrow. Shota Imanaga against right-hander Bryce Miller of the Mariners. The 0-1 to Happ. Check swing, it's high for a ball. The big right-hander Rucker deals. This ball is pulled foul past first. Skipping on down the right field line. Another huge crowd. 92,000 fans have taken in the first two games of this series.
Wow.
Many of them Cub fans. I would say the majority are Cub fans. Check swing down low.
Now, just walking around downtown Seattle the last couple of days, you've seen blue jerseys everywhere.
Many of the ones I've seen say Coom Dog on the back of them. Here comes the 2-2 low for a ball, 3-2. It's hard to believe, Ron, it was 25 years ago that you spent the season with the Cubs, 2001.
Yeah, right, isn't that something?
It's gone fast, I would say.
It really has, yeah.
Swing and a miss, strike three, and Happ is out number two.
The baseball seasons go fast. You get started in spring, and and then next thing you know, you're the first 2 months go by, and now we're late August. We're in playoff mode now, thinking of every day where you're at in the playoff race, and it's amazing.
Amaya swings and checks his swing. I think the Cubs got a break on that call. That looked like a full cut. Cubs lead 4-2, ninth inning. Next pitch low and outside for a ball. I think it's at a certain age, Ron, everything goes fast in your life. You blink and weeks and months are vanishing. It's a little frightening, actually. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Not a whole lot you can do about it.
No, that's just the way it is, yeah. For us, we show up again tomorrow. That's it.
Now the 2-1 from Rucker. Fastball right down the middle for a call strike. Two and the pitch. Swing and a high pop fly. Playable. Right side for Naylor. The first baseman drifting over toward the second baseman. Young. Naylor makes the catch. Okay, time to fasten those seatbelts. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Cubs 4, Mariners 2. This is the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yuengling. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling Traditional Lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job.
You tell him, champ.
Who are you?
I'm your inner Bosch.
My inner...
Bosch, baby. I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes.
Like a window install?
One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers.
Oh.
More like KO, am I right?
Was that a punchline?
Sure was, Laser Man.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch. Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal. We got a big deal too, right, Mom? Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid
Nice.
Deals so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Santa Fe, or get up to $3,000 total savings on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. Offers end September 8th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Apply today to Illinois State University. With locked-in tuition, automatic scholarships, and strong earning potential, get real return on your investment. Take the first step at illinoisstate.edu.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Quality start turned in by Cubs starter today, David Peterson. Quality starts by the Cubs, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Jacob Webb, the new right-hander. First pitch swung on and missed by Cal Raleigh.
I like the fact that Raleigh is coming to the plate as the leadoff guy with a 2-run lead for the Cubs.
Mm-hmm. Raleigh today has singled, walked, and grounded out. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Webb's pitch outside. Webb has become the Cubs' closer for good reason. He's pitched great ball. The 1-1 pitch is low and inside for a ball.
Yeah, for Webb, just barely over a 2 ERA. He has been outstanding for the Cubs.
There's a high fly ball, a pop fly on the infield. Nico Horner dancing underneath it, makes the catch. Out number 1. Cubs lead 4-2, bottom of the 9th inning. And the batter is Cole Young.
Well, after missing with the changeup, count was 1-1. Webb just went with the gas, top of the zone, and got Raleigh to pop it up.
First pitch to Young is outside for a ball. Now Webb coming back 1-0. Off-speed pitch just outside. Didn't miss by much. 2-0. Don't want to walk anybody in this spot. There's a fastball right down the middle. That's the idea. Call strike. Webb overall 6-2 with a glittering ERA of 2.21. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Playable. Taylor is there. Makes the catch. 2 down. Mariners all of a sudden are down to their last chance.
Good pitch by Webb after getting behind in the count. Throws a good changeup. And just gets that ball. Little routine fly ball off the end of the bat.
Weston Wilson representing the Mariners' final chance. Ron, we need to name a Toast of the Game ball player by the Chicago Cubs, sponsored by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. We'll get your answer in a minute. Toward the gap. That ball's going to be in there for a base hit. It's up against the wall. It's a double for Weston Wilson. It's not over yet.
Yeah, this ball pitch out and away, and he just splits the defense in right center field. Bring up Rivas. Toast of the Game ball player today, Pat. This is an easy one. Peterson is going to be our Toast of the Game ball player. How about these numbers for the ball game for him? 6 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Only gave up 2 runs in 6 innings.
And he was going up against the phenom for Seattle, who is on the hook for the loss, and that's Cade Anderson.
Yep. How many times has that happened?
Many.
The other guy that no one's talking about, David Peterson, has a much better ball game.
Leo Rivas takes a strike, and the count 1-1. Cubs 4, Mariners 2, 2 down, bottom of the ninth inning. Fans are on their feet. 45,000 plus are here. Seattle down to their last out. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball, shallow right. Coming in is Taylor. Has to play it on a bounce. It's a base hit. A run scores, and now it's a one-run game. A bloop single into right. And now it's a 4-3 ball game.
Now you bring up to the plate with Rivas dumping one in, Rosarena, who hit the very first pitch of the ball game out of the ballpark.
Cubs with a precarious 4-3 lead. Listen to these fans. There is a strike, 0-1. Just about everyone in the park is standing. Everyone in the lower deck certainly is. Now the stretch, right-hander against right-hander. And the 0-1. Fly ball, center field, deep. Back goes Pete Crow Armstrong at the fence. It's a home run, and the Mariners have won the game.
Pitch out the way. And after the single, Rosarena is one of those guys that gets the ball a long way. He gets this ball out of the way and hammers it over the center field.